Hello, I'm Clive Paget and I'm Limelight's editor-at-large. One of the very best parts of my job is organising our annual Recording of the Year Awards. And this year it gives me particular pleasure to see Osmo Vänskä and the Minnesota Orchestra's recording of Mahler's 10th Symphony carry off the top prize. Earlier this month, I spoke with Osmo to find out a little bit about his Mahler cycle and how he went about tackling the famously unfinished 10th. Osmo, thank you for joining us and congratulations on your recording of Mahler 10, which has won Limelight's 2021 Recording of the Year.
Thank you, Clive. It's a great honor for me to hear that you have decided to go this way.
Can I talk to you a little bit about the work? I mean, any conductor embarking on a Mahler cycle has to decide at some point what they're going to do about the famously unfinished 10th Symphony. Why did you decide that you were going to record a complete version of it rather than, say, just the first movement as some conductors do?
I totally see the point and why it might be difficult for actually many people to make a decision. For me, the answer is very simple. The 10th Symphony by Mahler, when it's done by Derek Cook and his team, it sounds very much like Mahler. It sounds really like Mahler music, and emotionally I have no problem to jump into the music and just think about the music, not who wrote and which note. I think that the whole spirit is coming from Mahler himself, and all the end is some sort of question about practicality, how to make it so that we can play it and how to make it so that people can listen to it.
You've already touched on this, but I mean, many of Mahler's symphonies seem to have a very distinct journey, which you sense is being told to you through the music. The 10th Symphony is no exception to that. I mean, particularly by the time you arrive in the final movement and there's that extraordinary kind of funereal procession. Do you think, what journey do you think the 10th Symphony is expressing from Mahler's perspective?
I think that there might be like many interpretations and many stories about if you go to the details. And so my story might not be the same as someone else is telling you. And so I just try to think about this music as I am thinking about Beethoven or Sibelius. I just try to breathe, to listen and to plan ahead, and then I follow my emotions, what is happening right now and where they are going to lead me. So I cannot tell, well, someone might use this against me, but it's the brain has to be there. You need some sort of plan, but whatever the plan is, when the music starts to sound and when the orchestra is playing, then I have to listen to them and I have to breathe. And I have to go where my instincts are going to lead me. And at the same time, I need to give a little bit capacity for the brain so that I don't go totally somewhere where I am in the corner and I cannot turn anyway. So this is for me living through the music. And if we can do that together with the orchestra, then something good is coming out. And I'm happy to say that the Minnesota Orchestra is a great orchestra. It's really like one of the best quality orchestra, but also it plays chamber music all the time. Mm-hmm. And what I know that whatever I'm doing, people are going to be with me. I can do unexpected things in a concert and even in a recording. And then things are happening there. It's not like calculated thing. It's more lived through and emotional. When I say emotional, I don't want to say that you just cry or you just laugh and you don't do anything else. But there are always intersections. You have to go this exit, not the other one, and then you have to follow where the road goes, and you try to stay on the road. Mm-hmm. and not go off. So that is my understanding. I think more and more when I'm getting older. So I try to live through something in my heart, and then if I can transport, and if the musicians and I can together transport that to the listeners, then something good will happen.
Can I ask you a little bit about your personal journey with Mahler? I mean, what were your experiences growing up as a young man with Mahler and his music, and then as a professional musician? Can you tell me something about that journey?
I think that my journey with Mahler started quite late. Of course, I knew the Fifth Symphony and the First Symphony, and when I played with the Helsinki Philharmonic, I was a co-principal clarinet there for 6 years, and all together with the Turku Orchestra, 11 years I played the clarinet. So these things are coming as a player, and then you listen recordings, radio, etc. But my older years in Lahti, it was a little bit smaller scale orchestra, and we had 12 first violins, 4 basses, 5 basses, no way to go to Mahler. And I had some guest conducting possibilities to do Mahler, but it wasn't like okay, now I jump in and would like to learn more and more and more. It happened very much during my years, last 20 years with the Minnesota Orchestra. Well, this is the 19th year, and finally here I thought that okay, now I have the instrument. I am able to do whatever music I like to do, and that is when my serious Mahler adventure started. So it's an older guy's story rather than a teenager who is in love with that music.
Fantastic. Well, I for one can't wait to hear the last recordings. Osmo Vänskä, thank you so much, and congratulations again on winning our award.
Thank you, Clive, and thanks for your company to giving us this great honor to enjoy about the year of the recording. I have to say one more thing, if I may. It's a recording, and for me the big part and the most important part when it goes to the recording is BIS recording company, BIS, and I have to say that their artistic director Rob Suff, who has produced I don't know how many recordings for BIS. This is always a great experience, and I know that when I'm working with Rob Suff, I don't need to be worried about how it goes to the recording. He takes care of that. He understands what I am thinking, all my musical ideas, and he can take care that he gets the material to make them. So he makes my life as a conductor much easier, and I cannot say enough thanks for him.
No, there are many years of listening pleasure I've had from BIS Recordings. Extraordinary label. Thank you, Osmo.
Thank you so much.